Hello and what is up, Hydrow? My name is Owen, your yoga teacher. Thank you so very much for joining me for practice today. Look who I've got with me. It's Mac Evans. Mac, how are you?
I'm doing good. Owen, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited to do yoga with Mac because she always teaches me a little something as I'm teaching her.
I do. I learn something new every time I'm here with Owen. But today we are at the Rosecliff Mansion in Newport, Rhode Island. This is my first time in Rhode Island and it is absolutely beautiful. So super excited to be doing some yoga with you. And also first time doing yoga on in the backyard of a nice little Owen summer home.
This
right?
is my summer home. Yeah, when I'm not at my winter palace, I like to I like to summer here. So,
okay.
And it's the perfect time for yoga. So let's get into it. A nice energizing practice today. Starting in tabletop, come to hands and knees. Shoulder stack over the wrists, hip stack over the knees, and we'll start with cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward. Good. Exhale, round through your cat, lifting the belly button. Inhale for a cow. Pull the heart forward, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round, and just keep up this rhythm, following your own breath. And I like to deepen the breath right away as soon as I start my practice. Taking nice long deep breaths. Let everything else fall to the side.
It's a beautiful breezy day here. This is nice.
This is nice. There was a rolling fog this morning,
Oh, yeah,
which I
saw that.
summoned,
Yeah.
which I had asked for, and Poseidon delivered. All right, come through a neutral tabletop. We got a bit of fun here, all right? We said energizing. Let's tuck the toes under and hover the knees 1 inch off the floor, please. Good. It's a big inch, Mac.
Okay,
There
well,
we go.
I didn't know how precise we were going to be.
Extremely. All right, and then hug the hands in towards the feet in towards the hands. And I might not see you doing it, but you're gonna know if you're doing this work. I might even see it with a grimace, it's funny because Mac always, when we're doing hard stuff, it's like you're somehow still smiling.
I just smile.
Smile through the pain.
I just smile through. I learned how to do that over and over as I do these workouts with Owen, Christy, Peter, Channing.
So you're just faking having a good time, really?
No.
All right, one more breath in here.
But I am struggling.
Let's just drop the knees. And now some cat-cows, and they ought to feel good after that. Inhaling to arch, exhaling to round. Let's take 3 more rounds. Slow down the breath. So it's that balance, right? Yoga can be energizing because it's hard work, but it's balanced with relief. Last breath in. And breath out to round. And then find a neutral tabletop. So neither rounding nor arching. Take the hands forward about 1 palm print. Tuck your toes under, and then find downward facing dog. Hips back and up. Pedal through the feet, shake out the head. I'm already sweating.
Me too, this breeze is really nice.
The breeze is nice, you're welcome.
The breeze is a paid actor, right?
Yeah, we paid extra for that breeze. We have Matt Oyang off camera just with a giant fan, a big leaf. He loves to do it, it's his favorite job. All right, find stillness in your downward facing if you were taking those pedalings of the feet. Take a big breath in, just fill up. Exhale through an open mouth. And as you inhale, come to a high plank pose, roll forward. Good, exhale, we're staying. Press the heels back. Inhale, shift the shoulders just ahead of the wrists. Good, exhale, downward facing, hips high. With the breath, twice more. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale to stay. Lift the quads here. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, downward facing. One more time. Inhale, high plank, roll forward. Exhale to stay. Heels back, heart forward. Inhale, shift forward. This time, lower to the belly. All the way down. Nice. All right. Time for some relief. Come up into Sphinx pose. So come up to the forearms, elbows just ahead of those shoulders. Press the forearms down and then drag them back in. And the more you do that, the more you'll start to feel a little core stretch. Really nice. Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah.
We could just do the whole class like here, right?
We could do it here. Have some
Yeah.
some summery patio drinks.
Yeah, we'll have Matt bring us a little drink.
Yeah. Yeah. A little harder breathe with the fan, please.
Yeah.
If you like here, you might drop the right ear off to the right shoulder. Chin down to your chest, left ear, left shoulder. back and forth like that a few times. This is a favorite activity of mine when I'm summering here at Rosecliff Mansion.
You are not fooling anybody. You're not fooling me.
I'm pretend bougie. All right, bring the head back up through center. Take one last breath in. And your breath out will lower down to the belly. All right, this is Mac's favorite. She demanded it. Hands by the low ribs here. Shoulder blades together on the back, elbows in. Tuck your toes under. Now lift the kneecaps, lift the shoulders away from the floor. One long line, press up, high plank pose. Yeah, hips high, downward facing dog. And you just do your best, right? Sometimes you see a teacher do a thing and you say, huh, good for them. That's not me today.
I'll get there one day.
One day. Okay, let's take an inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, and then take a walk to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Feet meet your hands. Deep bend in the knees here. Let the head be really heavy. And as you inhale, find a halfway lift. Maybe hands come to your shins, heart forward. Shoulder blades together. Good. And exhale, fold. Let's do that twice more just to get it down, okay? Inhale, lengthen forward. So it's almost like cow pose in the upper back. Arching. Good. Exhale, fold. And then last time, inhale, long spine looking forward. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, rise all the way up to stand, feet heavy. Take those arms out and up. This is where Mac falls over. Exhale, Tadasana. Stand well, so reach the fingertips down, but keep the heart lifting. We want big breath here, okay? Start with a big breath in. Just let that go. And we'll move. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Knees pretty bent, belly lifting as you fold. Inhale, long spine, look forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Feet press down, reach up. And exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Stretch the arms down, keep it going. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Nice breath, Mac.
Thank you.
Inhale, lengthen. You're like, I do it all the time.
Thanks, I really practice.
Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's rise up to stand now. Sweep the arms, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, don't lose the height in the chest as you reach the arms down. Okay, this time, inhale, arms out and up. And exhale, dive it down, all the way down, forward fold. You'll inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale, plank pose. That old chestnut, our old favorite.
Old reliable.
Old reliable plank pose. So you're, of course, welcome to drop the knees. Take whatever kind of plank is suiting you today, whichever pose serves you best. But if the knees are lifted, I'll just supervise Matt here for a second. Yeah, lift the quads, press the heels back, and then there's a little lift of the belly here as well. Matt's doing a good job. Reach the crown of your head forward, so find more length here, and that can help with the lift. Good. All right, it's so good, I gotta join in. Keep the knees up or drop them. We're gonna bend the elbows and lower for 3. Elbows in, 2. Good, 1, all the way down. Okay, locust pose. Take the arms back, thumbs down, palms face in. Press the feet down. Start by just lifting the shoulders away from the floor. And then lift the heart, head forward, chest forward. Now lift the arms in line with the shoulders, and you do that by really working the triceps. Now imagine here, you were holding a nice mixed drink that we would drink on the patio in between the palms, so they have to come a little closer.
Okay.
Unless it's like a big chalice, like a big goblet, then they can stay pretty wide.
I have my usual glass of choice.
Of jungle juice, yeah. And then lift the legs, lifting with the inner thighs. Good. Okay, now stretch the fingers back, toes back, heart forward, shoulder blades together. You're gonna stay here till that smile slips. Now stay for 3.
Single tear.
For 2, there's the tear, and it's time to go down to the belly, all the way down. Okay, hands plant by the low ribs. It's that time, people. Shoulder blades together, tuck the toes, lift the kneecaps. Lift the shoulders, serenity on the face, and let's press up. High plank, good.
Mentally preparing for that.
Hips high, it's all mental. Downward facing dog, pedal through the feet. All right, and so this time, you've got the option as we come up to a forward fold to take a few hops. And let me show you what they look like first. So you're really just trying to keep the arms straight, press the floor down, look forward, and kick your own butt. That's what they look like. Over time, you might find a little air time as the hips stack over the shoulders, over the knees. But until then, it might just look like that. And it's fun, and it's strength building.
It also might not look like that, so.
And it's very optional.
It might look like this.
There you go. There you go. Just keep looking forward, pressing the arms down. Maybe you find a little air time. Maybe you don't. We're gonna meet in a forward fold. Like all things in my class, highly optional and highly questionable.
How did you just levitate? I just saw your feet like gently come down.
Yeah, 9 years of yoga. Forward fold, top of the mat. Let's give these wrists a break, okay? Palms up, step the feet onto the palms. So bend the knees as much as you need to make this a reality. 3 hops and I'm sweating.
I attempted 2 hops and I was already sweating before that, so.
You know, I can levitate, but I got no cardio, clearly. All right, head heavy, shake it out. And if the toes are touching the wrists here, you can give them a little massage by moving the feet a little left, a little right.
This actually feels pretty good on my hands.
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, we've done a lot of weight bearing today on the wrists, so the least we could do for them. Let's release hands from the feet and take a breath in to lengthen halfway. And a breath out to fold. Inhale, we rise up to stand one last time. Feet heavy, reach tall. Tadasana. Very nice. Standing tall, let's go. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold it down. Now, listen carefully. Inhale to lengthen, look forward. Start to drop the seat down. Bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees. Sit all the way down. Coming into boat pose. That was more successful than when we had practiced.
I did fall completely
She did
on
fall.
my back.
She did fall. So if you fell, so did Max.
Okay.
She's a professional athlete. So hands behind the quads. Maybe you start to float the legs, though they could stay grounded. The priority here is a lifted chest.
Okay.
So as long as you got that, you're doing boat pose. And then there's options, right? Maybe the legs start to straighten. And they shake. They could shake.
Maybe they don't straighten.
Maybe
but
they
you
don't
tried your
straighten.
best.
Maybe the arms reach forward.
Okay.
Maybe both those things happen. But keep lifting to the chest. Woo! It's not easy. And you're shaking. And we're working.
That's a good sign, right? You're shaking?
Shaking is good. It means you're working. And then let's slowly lower all the way to the back. Keep the core working. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and 1. Woo, all the way down.
I think that just realigned my spine. I heard something crack.
I think I'm ready for that chalice now. All right, let's hug both knees up into the chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze after all that madness. Last little bit of energizing work today. Plant the feet on the floor, knees bent, and scooch the heels in a little bit closer towards the hips. We're coming into bridge pose, so it's a back bend. And I want you to start, this is my favorite cue in yoga. You ready, Mac?
I'm ready.
Make robot arms, so bend the elbows.
Okay.
Press the elbows and the upper arms down into the floor to start to puff up and find a back bend through the chest already. So press them down, and then keep that. Also press the feet down and lift the hips up. This is bridge pose. Good. Now you can release the robot arms down by your sides. What you might do is tuck one shoulder blade at a time underneath the back so that the heart can lift even more. What you might also do, Mac, you might want to show is grabbing the outer edges of the mat and pulling it apart.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can see how that brings the back bend into your upper back. So you could try that as well. And if you're lifted here, stay up for 3, stay for 2, and 1. So to come on down. Now let the feet go as wide as the mat's edges and knock the knees in.
Oh.
Now don't take it that easy.
I was ready to just lounge.
Don't take it that easy. Just a couple breaths. And we're mentally preparing ourselves for one more back bend here. Let's go ahead, set it up for bridge pose. Feet back to hips width apart and scooch them in. So a general rule of thumb for most people is you could maybe brush down and brush the heels with your fingertips. So that's how close you want them.
Okay.
Cool. Robot arms. Press them down, find the back bend in the upper back, and then press the feet down to lift the hips up. Now you can release the arms, maybe tuck one shoulder blade at a time underneath the back. Options here. Maybe you reach for the outer edges of the mat, pull it apart. Maybe you clasp the hands underneath you. So you're really moving the shoulder blades together, upper arms closer together. And if you're lifted, stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Let's hug both knees up into your chest. Start to rock up and down the length of your spine. We're gonna rock all the way up to a tall seat. You feeling energized, Mac?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Feeling good. I was feeling a little tired, and now I feel like I can go explore Rhode Island.
Take on the world? Yeah. Well, you're welcome to come back and do yoga anytime at my summer state. And we thank you so very much for sharing your practice with us today. I'm Owen, and for Mac Evans, we'll see you on the next one.